remember that I'm in the midst of an ice storm at the moment too. So
You are in the midst of a nice storm. Yes. Very sorry to
Cool.
hear that, my friend, as well. So we are live. We are live.
Awesome.
I just want to make sure that we are looking live. So I'm just going to click on this little fucking thing.
Let me check on my shit too. See what's going on.
You look fine on my end. I look like I'm freezing and shit.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was looking at on my phone. It looks like I'm coming in. I'm running off a hotspot right now off my phone.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
I'm like directly connected to my modem, and like we get like near 200 megabits per second. What the fuck?
Maybe restart it. I don't know.
We did earlier too. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Hey,
Is there
Art,
anything
wish
connected to it?
What's that?
Is there anything out? Like, is there a bunch of shit connected to your internet?
Yeah, we have a lot of like, electronics. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
dude, your audio sounds weird right now.
Uh-oh. Who?
James.
Uh-oh.
Trevor's coming through perfectly.
For once, fuck.
Let me check my settings.
Sorry about that.
Like sometimes, like I don't know. Like your video looks like it like comes in clear and then it like fades out and then it comes in clear. Like I don't know. It's like I don't know.
That's fucked.
Okay. You're coming in good now.
It's good now?
Yeah, I think you're good now. What'd you do?
I didn't do shit.
Must be a fucking wizard or something, man.
All right. Well,
I'm about to see if I can do something that'll fix my audio altogether.
Yeah, so it looks like it's coming through. I don't know if it had a buffer a little bit on my end, but Art Wishwood, welcome to the live stream, man. It's taco night at Casa Wishwood. There you go, man. I want tacos, dude. Let me check some DoorDash right now.
I had fucking Taco Bell earlier, dude.
Ooh,
Shit was good.
we're all getting tacoed up here.
Hell yeah, man. It's not even Taco fucking Tuesday.
I know.
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
I'm fine with it.
We went live about an hour and a half early. I actually ended up getting an earlier shift at work, so this is kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
And we're waiting for Austin.
Then you just get booted.
Oh shit! Oops.
Uh-oh.
Oops. Hey, you there?
I'm here, but it's throwing me out over and over again.
It's by itself?
I'd like to say that I could fix it, but I'm not entirely sure how to do that. Hang on, I got an idea.
Cool.
You got this, man. I got faith in you. We can just sit here and shoot the shit for a second.
Assholes with opinions. Internet sucks sometimes.
Austin, you got to get a good setup, man. You got this, man.
Yes, Art Wishwood. Austin is the one with the cool hair.
I'm not even seeing the chats pop up on this.
Oh, you're not?
No, I don't know if you have to turn it off or something.
That's my fault.
It's all good. Okay, there we go. Austin's the one with the cool hair, and I'm the one with the mustache, and James is the one with the hair. The hair that everyone talks about.
Dude.
It's the hair. It's a sensation, man, of some sort. I don't fucking know, but
it was a couple of months back. It wasn't Art, but someone else asked me. They said, James, what hair product do you use? Because your hair looks really nice right now. And I was like, thank you, man. That was really kind of you. Yeah, a lot of people on my channel ask me about my hair. It's interesting. It's a life of its own.
Austin in the chat, can you hear me? No, but I can read what you're saying. Not to be an ass, but I guess. But no, we can't hear you at this current present time.
Oh, he dropped something in the private chat?
Yeah.
Oh, oops. Austin?
There he
Hang
is.
on.
Strong man,
Yeah,
Austin.
can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you, bud.
Hang on. Got all kinds of freaking crap going on at the moment, dude.
It's
Like
all
this
good.
freaking, I can't get this Wi-Fi to work worth nothing, bro.
I mean, it sounds like you're coming in clearer now than you were on your data, so.
Well, I turned my Wi-Fi back on, but I tried to move closer to the router. I'm out here at the car so that I've got no background noise going on except for the ice storm, obviously. But I'm out here by the door, so if it gets too bad, I'll run inside. I don't care about that.
Cool. No, not a problem.
But,
Sounds good enough.
Okay. Can you guys hear that in the background like crazy or anything?
Nope.
I can't hear anything, though.
Let's get to business for our freaking service.
Yeah, before you get dropped here.
James.
You're fucking with me.
No, I'm just messing with you.
I was going to say, I was like, is he really cutting out?
I was like, yeah, he's fucking with me.
All right, I think we're good.
All right, man. Yeah, we're good.
Awesome. So, Art Wishwood in the comment section, he said, what is Fun World? So that's going to be the history lesson today, because now, I mean, Austin's going to teach me a lot and educate me on
Same as well, because I don't know shit either about Fun World. I mean, I know a little bit, but not a whole shit ton. That's all. So
right, they're a line of masks, and they started like the Ghostface masks, and they've had some Michael Myers masks in the past, and
really, oh yeah, the Rob Zombie H ones. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yep.
All right. Well, there's a lot of history to the Ghostface line of these masks. So you're going to have to bear with me as I go through it. I don't know if I want to touch on every variant, because to go through that's going to be a lot of explaining. There's hundreds of different Ghostface masks out there, despite the fact that they all look similar.
Yeah. Well, just do what you can, man. Just do what you got to do.
Yes, sir.
Right. Well, if we're going to start at the beginning of that history, we're going to have to start at 1991. So I'm not going to name drop fully because there are some people involved in the creation of the mask that like to remain more private. But in 1991, this line of ghost masks were designed. They had 5 different variants at the time. I can't remember the names properly, but I remember one of those variants was called the Peanut-Eyed Ghost, or also known as the Weeping Ghost, which later became the one used in Scream. And these started getting sold popularly around 92 or 93. They were known as the Generation 1 Fantastic Faces. These things measured in 11.5 inches in length. They had very beautiful vanilla-smelling vinyl and T-shirt cotton hoods.
I remember that.
Which at the time was very popular back then. They've since switched over to polyester hoods, but that's because that's a cheaper, more affordable, and easily manufactured material. So, but yeah, so these masks came out in 1991, started getting popular in 93, and in 95, Wes Craven was searching. He was doing house searching for locations for Scream. And him and producer came into this house, and they stumbled across this bedroom where they noticed a Generation 1 Fantastic on a bedpost. And I believe it was a white shroud Fantastic, and they noticed it, and Wes automatically drew eyes to it and knew he wanted to use that for his film. So he tried to get the rights, and they couldn't really get the rights at first. Fun World wanted a lot of money, so they ended up creating their own version known as the K&B Effects Ghostface mask. You only see this in the very beginning of Scream, but they used it for Casey Becker's death, and then partially with Principal Hembry's death. And then they ended up getting the rights to the mask with Fun World and used that for the remainder of the film. So they ended up using a Generation 1 and a Generation 2 Fantastic Faces. Now, the Gen 2s come in around the year 1994 or 95. Basically, what had happened was the Generation 1 mold, which at the time when that was first created, it was just Fantastic Faces. There was no Gen 1 or Gen 2. But the original mold had broken. So what had ended up happening was they had to create a new mold. So they went to their factories and they paid a lot of money to have sculptors recreate the original mold as closely as they could. And they got pretty close. They ended up making this one with bigger eyes, a little bit more of a meaner look, and it was 12 inches in length rather than 11.5. They wanted to kind of make it a little bigger because a lot of complaints were that the original Fantastics were really small, which makes sense because they were kids' masks. So they made them a little bigger and still with t-shirt cotton hoods. And they actually used Gen 2s in Scream as well. Mainly, you'll find the difference in the masks. The Gen 1 was used in a couple key scenes, such as Sidney's first attack with Ghostface. And then the Gen 2 was used in all of the later scenes, starting at the party. So when you get into those scenes, every time you see Ghostface, that's a Gen 2 Fantastic on the screen. So anyways, by this point, Scream had come out, and this mask was insanely popular. And I mean, every kid on Halloween was dressed up as a Ghostface. You know, that for many years, that was just the staple Halloween costume. Mm-hmm. So obviously Fun World knew they had a lot of money on their hands with this. So they ended up creating another new mold, which was it was similar to the Gen 2 mold, but it had a few differences. It was a little deeper. And they switched over to polyester material, and they retagged this mask and called it the Fearsome Faces. Now the era of this mask is 96 to 97, so we're looking at late 90s here for this mask, and this was called the Fearsome Faces. Mm-hmm. And this was used, as well as Gen 2 Fantastics, in the film Scream 2. At this point, this mask is a staple. Scream is always going to be associated with it. So obviously, what they tried to do was every time a new film was coming, Fun World would release a new variant of the mask. So they released the Fearsomes, and that was used in Scream 2. And those are one of my favorite variants. They have the meanest looks. They have the mold scars on the side, which is basically just where they were supposed to stitch the hoods. They usually stitched them behind. And although I don't like the polyester hoods, I just love the way that mask looks. I wish I could do visuals with this because everybody's hearing me talk about this, but they're still wondering, like, what in the world is a freaking Fearsome Faces? And what does it have to do with the Fantastics? So when you hear me talk about difference in the names, that typically just refers to the taglines. So the original Gen 1 and Gen 2s were tagged under Fantastic Faces, and the Fearsomes were tagged under Fearsome Faces. It's just a name change. That's all that is. So then fast forward, they're getting geared up for Scream 3, and Fun World is working on a new mold entirely. They wanted to go ahead and resculpt again. So they came out with another new mold. This one had bigger eyes, more of a cartoony look, in my opinion, more of a surprise look, and still measures in 12 inches. And this mask was called the 97 Aces. So basically what Fun World had done is they created this new mold, and they created a new tag just simply known as Seen in Scream. The term Ghostface wasn't really present. It was mentioned in the first film, but they never established him as Ghostface at the time. So it was really just the As Seen in Scream mask, you know, the one you see in the movie. And that's all there was to that. So they called it Aces for a while, and it was referred to as the 97 because of the year. It came out 97 to 98. It kind of worked up with the Fearsomes. So some places had Fearsomes, some places had Aces. And eventually, after 97, they cut the Fearsome line off entirely. That didn't last very long. And we worked with the Aces for a couple of years. The Aces line was then used in Scream 3 when they were filming. And it ran until 1999. And then in 2000, we get into the traditional Ghostface brand. This is the Ghostface that a lot of people remember as a kid. This is the black and red tags, and these tags had the term Ghostface on them. They wanted to go ahead and use the term Ghostface. They had wanted that for a while, but they just couldn't get around getting it done. But finally in 2000, the mask was officially dubbed the Ghostface mask. And it was still the same mold. We refer to it as the EU mold because on the stamp on the chin, it had Easter Unlimited, which just stands for one of the factories that made the mask. And so we call that the EU mold. And it was seen in Scream 3. And the EU mold has become the staple for the Ghostface mask throughout time, because when you look at Ghostface on films in Scream 3, 4, Scream Season 3, and then also the upcoming Scream film, he's always wearing an EU mask. I think that's Funworld's personal favorite mold. And it's one of my favorites too. I really like that one a lot. James actually has one, or at least had it. I don't know if he still does.
I do.
You know, I used to collect a lot of these back in the day, and the EUs was one of my favorites to get my hands on. So the history gets pretty quick here, because from 2000 to 2010, the mold stays pretty much the same. There are a few tweaks throughout the years. You know, they may go in and tweak the eyes a little bit, but nothing really changes tag-wise or mold-wise throughout those few years. It's not until we get to Scream 4 that everything goes completely downhill. And I mean that in a serious way. The quality drops terribly, starting with Scream 4's masks. So when Scream 4 was announced in 2010, Funworld, again, created a new mold. They still did the EU mold, but they went and tweaked it to the point where it was considered an entirely new mold. The eyes were bigger than they were before, and the mouth was a little slimmer. So this, and it was a much shinier mask as well. And this was the Scream 4 era mask, which back then was just called the Scream 4 Ghostface mask. That's all it said on the tag. So for a few years, they created good, high-quality masks. They still smelled like vanilla. Everything was all good there. And then in 2011 to 12, we started getting introduced to these things called ultra whites. And if you talk to any Scream fan that happens to collect these masks hardcore, they will pretty much always tell you the same thing, that the ultra whites suck major donkey booty. Those things are terrible masks. So to give you an example, these masks were much smaller. They were completely shiny plastic, much harder material, which sounds great, but they were floppy at the same time, just very cheap. The polyester hoods were even thinner than before. Like I said, very, very shiny. They had lost that feature that they all used to have. Back in the day, they used to glow in the dark, and that was one of their defining features. They lost that feature. That doesn't happen anymore. I mean, literally, it looks like you could put it in the dark and you could still see it, but that's because it's so shiny and glossy. It looks terrible. Plus, I have a major unattraction to anything that's glossy, even for Myers masks. So that's just my opinion there. But anyhow, they also lost that vanilla smell for a while. And I don't know exactly why the vanilla smell has gone away. I have talked to a couple buddies of mine who know a lot more about Funworld and are actually friends with people who work there. And they told me, and I don't quote me on this, I could be wrong, but they told me that for some reason, the chemicals that they used to mix in with the vinyl to make that vanilla smell was banned from the factory use, and therefore they don't use it anymore. And that's why if you put an ultra white on, it smells like straight vinyl. It just smells terrible. See, the point of the vanilla smell originally was they mixed that in so that when you wore the mask, you didn't smell vinyl. They wanted you to smell something good. So that's why there was that sweet vanilla smell in those masks. So all in all, the ultra whites have run until today, and they'll probably still be out this coming Halloween, although Funworld has finally created another new mold in anticipation for the new Scream film. And that's something I'm excited to share. I know a lot of people know about it already, but I can't wait to share Fun World this year has finally decided to really put their fans first when it comes to Scream. I think it's going to be a big year for Scream this year and next year, and it's going to be awesome. But we have gone back to the EU mold. Again, the eyes look tweaked; they're a little bigger. The mouth jaw looks different, but it's back to that non-glossy look. It might glow in the dark. Don't quote me. I haven't had one yet. I will be getting my hands on a few this Halloween season. But Fun World is creating their very own the 25th anniversary movie costume, which for the first time in their entire existence, they're making a screen-accurate sparkle robe to the film. Now, the reason why they haven't done this before, because people have asked me why they haven't done sparkle robes before. And the reason why is because Fun World only has the rights to the face. They created the mask, therefore they have the rights to sell that as they want. They don't have the rights to the movie costume. They didn't create the sparkle robe in the films. So therefore they couldn't go and recreate that and sell that if they wanted to. So they released their own version of the robe, which is non-sparkly, different design. It's got a stupid little belt that goes around your waist, looks retarded.
So question. So what you're saying is that when they made Scream, they designed the actual costume of it?
Fun World didn't design the costume. Fun World only gave them permission to use the mask. The costume itself was designed completely by the filmmakers behind Scream.
Gotcha.
That's why before Scream came along, there was no costume version of that mask. I mean, there was a cape that was connected to some of the Fantastics that you could put on, but that was normal. There was a lot of Fun World variants like that. So it was mainly just the mask at that point. And I feel like had Scream not come along at all, not only would this mask not be as popular, but if it would have gotten a costume at all, it would have been way different.
Gotcha. That's cool.
So that being said, Fun World actually did work on the costumes for the new Scream film, I have been told. Now, I don't know everything about the new Scream film. There's a lot of things they're being discreet about, but I was told that they had a hand in the new costumes for the new Scream film, and therefore, for the first time ever, they're producing their sparkle robes for the new Scream film. So it's called the 25th anniversary robe. It is a screen-accurate replica of the actual movie robe, and it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited about that, and it's finally a sparkle robe that's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. Now, obviously, with it being mass produced, don't expect ultra high quality that you get out of the independent artists. It's like getting a mask from Trick or Treat Studios. Don't expect that high quality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it's about look. It's about presentation. It's going to look the part, and that's what matters.
Nice.
Yeah, straight up.
But other than that, go ahead.
No,
other than that, that's the brief history on the main mask. There are a lot of other variants that I did not touch on. I didn't touch on the RDS variant. I didn't touch on the MK stamp variants, the T stamp variants, the blah 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 blah. There are so many different versions of this mask. It's not even funny.
And what about the other ones, like the non-Ghostface ones, the one with the tongue sticking out and all those kind of ones, and then also like the fluorescence and.
Well, going back to the beginning, like I said, there were other ghost designs that were created. These never really picked up. I can't remember their names. I know one of them is called the Tate. Let's see. I think another one's called the Grim. I could be wrong on that. I never looked into those as much because obviously those weren't as popular. What ended up happening with those ultimately is since those never picked up in popularity, they were dropped pretty quickly. They made them up until the Fearsome era, and after that they were dropped totally, and they haven't made them since. So as far as the other versions go, you can still find them out there. I can get a Fantastic Faces version of a Tate for like $50. But if I want a Fantastic Faces of the, Ghostface version, I'm going to be ready to pay $300. You know what I mean? In terms of fluorescence, they did go with fluorescent versions, starting with the Gen 1 molds. They did orange, pink, and green, and they did that all the way up until the Fearsome era. And then the Aces era did have some fluorescent variants, although they didn't have a pink. They had an orange and a green, but those were few and far between, which actually in the Fearsome era, it was the same case. They had a pink, but they're very hard to find. In fact, I only know of one collector with one orange version of a Fearsome, and I only know of one other collector with one pink. Other than that, it's very hard to find those. And then for a while, many, many years, they discontinued the whole fluorescent thing up until 2019. I believe it was 2019. They came out with the new version of these fluorescents, which used that god awful ultra white mold. I hated it. I did have a full set before. I had a couple full sets, and it was cool and all, but it wasn't like the originals. I've had a full set of the Gen 1 Fantastic Faces fluorescents, and that just is way more special than anything that ever came afterwards, in my opinion. But as far as the other variants, there are off-brand variants like the Scary Movie masks. Those are really cool. Those came out in 2000 with Scary Movie. And they released a few variants. They released the Stoner, they released the Smiley, and the What's Up mask. There was one variant that people really wanted badly that they didn't release, and that's the main killer mask that you see in Scary Movie. They have the mold to that mask. It's sitting in Fun World's offices. They have it. They just don't produce it. They just choose not to. And I actually asked why they don't produce it, and the reason why is because they're afraid that a general marketer would confuse it for the real Ghostface mask. Therefore, they don't produce that one. So us moviegoers, we could tell the differences, but a general marketed merchandise guy from trying to get some Halloween costumes, he's not going to know the difference between the real one and the spoof one. So he's just they just didn't want to cause that confusion. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah, no, definitely. And now, for anyone who's confused when he says ultra white, I'm pretty sure that is the mask that's under my video feed here to the bottom left of the screen. I believe that's the ultra white from 2000. You said 19? What? Or no, 2011?
Yes, the ultra whites became a thing in 2011, and they've been going ever since. And I really wish they would stop producing them because the mold is getting very tired. I mean, you can actually see mold defects because they just keep using it over and over again. And I think what ended up happening. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say. So the ultra whites, are those the ones that you see at Walmart, like the cheap ones?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, I own a copy of one of those. Actually, the one I have doesn't really look too bad.
Really?
I hate those things with a whole heart.
Yeah, man. Like, here, hang on, I'll grab it real quick. Make sure I don't fucking knock anything.
Toronto Freddy says there's a YouTuber that has a video up. She got one of the Scream 5 set production masks through a raffle from the guy who designs them, and the raffle is done on Twitter.
Yes, I watched that video, and I thought that was really cool. Obviously, like I said, the Scream 5 mask is an EU. It's a new variant, but it's the EU mold. So it looks very similar to Scream 3 and 4. Actually, it looks almost exact to the Scream 4 mask in terms of paint style and the mold. But they're really cool. A lot of the movie production masks used in Scream 5 or whatever this new Scream is called, I think it's just called Scream, have built-in hoods on them, which the original Scream 4 masks had built-in hoods as well. But ended up getting in the way, so they usually cut those off. But yeah, I mean, it's really cool. I think they're making a step in the right direction, and I hope that the EU molds make a lasting impression again. I really don't want to go back to the ultra white era. I feel like if they were to go back to the ultra white mold, at least cast it in soft vinyl that's not glossy. That's my biggest issues. I have seen the ultra white mold in the traditional soft vinyl, and it looks beautiful in soft vinyl. But when they cast it in that harder vinyl that's glossy, it messes with the mold. It messes with the sculpt and distorts it and makes it look weird. And that's my biggest issue with it.
Trevor, what's your mask look like?
Ew, there it is.
Dude, that was better than what's in that fucking picture right here.
It's really not. I mean, I don't think it's that bad. I mean, it's not the worst copy I've seen. I've seen ones that have really fucked up.
I'll tell you the main reason why I feel like I have such a problem with them is because I have owned all of the original variants, so I've like basically had a full history museum of Scream going on in my house.
You did.
So when you're like a guy like me who has looked at where they came from and then you compare it to an ultra white, you can just see the production quality that's dropped. But I understand why Fun World dropped the quality the way that they did, because obviously they're a mass production, costume company, and they're wanting to do what they can. So basically, they want to sell more masks for less less cost. They want more money in their pockets. You know what I mean? So I understand totally why they're making that decision from a business standpoint, but at the same time, I hate that they're making those decisions.
Absolutely makes sense. Now Fun World also, I think we mentioned this at the beginning of this video or towards the beginning about the zombie versions. Didn't they had a few Rob Zombie ones, right?
Right, they did. They have experimented with a lot of variants. Mainly, they started doing this with the Scream 4 era. They came out with a zombie version, which is still going on. It's very few and far between, but I have spotted zombies in a few costume shops. They do a Scarecrow variant. I don't know if they still produce that or not. They have started playing with a Devil Face variant, which is a cool variant, by the way. I like that one. They're doing a couple Dead by Daylight variants this next year. I think they're going to start. Go ahead.
You said a devil face, like a Ghostface devil face?
Yes. Essentially, it's basically the Ghostface mask, but it's all red and it's got devil horns.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Interesting.
So they're doing that. They're doing some Dead by Daylight stuff. They're actually doing a new mask, which I'm excited to see. I've seen a picture of it on their new catalog, the Fun World 2021 costume catalog. It is called the Scorched Ghostface mask. Basically, it looks like Ghostface's mask, but it's all melting, and it looks like he's been like it looks like the mask has been sitting in hot lava, and it's all melting and distorted. It looks really cool.
That sounds sick. Are there images online that you can actually see that?
Well, at the moment, I'm not sure because the catalog seems to have disappeared off of their website. I'm not sure why. I tried to find it earlier today, and I can't find the catalog anymore. So it almost makes me wonder if they didn't even mean to release the catalog, and they ended up doing it anyways. And now they're like backtracking. So I'm not entirely sure. They could be tweaking.
Oh, they could be going back and like kind of resculpting or retooling their sculpt.
They could be. There's a number of things. They could be going in and fixing the catalog, maybe adding a few things, maybe fixing typos. I don't know. All I know is the catalog was there yesterday. It's gone today.
So you've seen the video you said of the Ghostface or the Ghostface mask for Scream 5. What are your thoughts? Because I'm watching the video right now.
My thoughts on what, on the Scream 5 mask, or?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a step in the right direction. I wasn't expecting anything crazy, with this new mask. I was just hoping it wasn't going to be an ultra white used in the film. I will say that they do have some discrete plans for the new Scream film. Somebody in a collector's guild, somewhere in collecting, somebody donated, or didn't donate per se, but they let the set borrow their Gen 1 Fantastic Faces mask. And so somewhere in the film, Ghostface is going to be spotted wearing a Gen 1 Fantastic for at least a little bit. But we don't know to what extent he'll be wearing that mask. The main mask he'll be using is that EU that you see in that video. So if I had to guess, they're probably going to save the Gen 1 Fantastic for a special close-up shot just as a nod to the fans. I think that would be really cool. I've wanted to see Ghostface sport that Fantastic ever since the original film. So, I'm glad that they're trying to do something. So that's really cool. And it was really cool of the guy that let them use his Gen 1 Fantastic to make something like that happen.
Yeah. No, so I'm seeing this video, and dude, and I'm actually really digging the mask. I think the mask looks really, really cool. Toronto Freddy said maybe it'll be used for a flashback.
That's what I was thinking. I was going to say that.
And I mean, that's definitely a possibility. There's a lot of things that's going on with this new Scream film that we're so unsure of, because the first set photos that were released, they're literally seen standing in front of Stu Macher's house. So I really don't know what they're even doing with this film. I don't know if they're taking a new Nightmare approach or if they're doing a full on, Scream 5 where she goes back to Woodsboro and maybe Stu is involved. I don't know. I have no clue what's going on here.
It's being pretty tight wrapped, huh? They're like that, dude. Like they haven't been able to really show much of anything.
Yeah, they haven't really said that. Like I haven't even seen the mask for Scream 5.
Looks good.
When I got my first look at the mask, what's that?
Oh, I was gonna say, like Austin said, it's a step in the right direction.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a step in the right direction. I got my first glimpse of the mask when Nate Reagan, I don't know if you guys know who that is, but Nate Reagan, he's very close with the Scream community and the filmmakers behind Scream. Dude owns a bunch of screen-used Scream stuff. He has the screen-used Scream 2 mask and knife. He has the screen-used Scream 3 mask and robes.
Damn.
He's got the screen-used Scream 4 mask. And now he has one of the screen-used Scream 5 masks.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
And he used to have a bunch of the screen-used Scream 1 masks as well, but he sold those.
Shit, dude. I want some screen-used fucking Ghostface stuff, dude. That'd be dope, man.
I wouldn't mind.
That's sick.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't mind it either, but I'm not going to pay that price.
Fuck. Was there anything else in the catalog that you could share historically or anything like that? Or that's pretty much the rundown of how it started from 91 till 2021?
Yeah. I mean, in terms of the catalog, that's really what's going on there. So sorry about that. I got a little distracted for a minute there, but
No, you're good, dude.
In terms of the catalog, that's the biggest things going on at the moment. We haven't gotten the accessories catalog, which is where the masks are revealed. So if I had to guess, we're going to see a lot more cool things there. Fun World's been pretty hush hush this past year. COVID put a lot of things off as usual. So there were a lot of things they wanted to do last year that they didn't do. So I'm excited nonetheless. They're doing new oil slick designs. They're doing, like I said, the Dead by Daylight designs. It's all really, really cool stuff. But I do not think the fluorescents are coming back. I don't think they're doing metallics anymore. I didn't touch on metallics, but that's another variant. And I don't know if they're doing Devil Face this year. Devil Face is very few and far between because it was so popular.
So it might just come back based on popular demand?
More than likely, that's how they do it. So essentially, the fluorescents, when they first got released again in 2019, they weren't very popular. Not a lot of people bought them. So when they were being sold in 2020, a lot of that was backstock from 2019. And I don't think they have any plans of doing fluorescents this upcoming Halloween. If they do, that's great, but I don't think that's going to be happening.
Nice.
Okay.
Very informal video, Austin. I really informal all this information. It's quite the history. I wish we could show everyone what you're referring to when you say Fearsome and ASIS and EU stamps and which did you say that's Easter Unlimited?
Right. And I wish that I could too. It's very unfortunate. This is one of those moments where I wish I wouldn't have sold all of my Scream stuff, because I would have easily turned my camera on and I would have shown you guys everything step by step, because I had it all back in the day. I used to have all of that stuff, but I've let all of that go. And for a lot of reasons, one of the main reasons was I ended up losing a lot of my love for those masks, which was crazy. But it ended up happening, and I got more interested in Myers again. And so I've been stuck on Myers for the last few years now.
It'll happen, man. You'll go through those transitions, man. Like I bet you in like a year or less, you're gonna see a Ghostface mask and you're gonna buy one, and then you're gonna buy 17 more.
Yeah, more than
Well,
likely.
and I'm already anticipating because I know that this Halloween season I'm going to get the new Scream 5 stuff when they release it. So I'm almost wondering, like, is that going to rejuvenate my love again? And am I going to go sell my soul for a Fantastic again, or what?
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, I get your anticipation, man. Don't
I
go
don't know.
killing yourself so cheaply, man.
I would say I've spent some crazy money on Scream stuff, but I've spent crazier money on Myers stuff.
I fucking feel that, dude.
That's true.
I feel that. I've got about like $3,000 so far invested in my fucking collection.
I've invested up to $3,000 in one mask.
Yeah, no, I'm not going that fucking crazy.
Hey, Miss Carter, how's it going?
Yeah, unless it's like screen use or something. Like I said, here we go with our Myers Mask talk. Unless it's like screen use or something, I won't pay fucking $3,000. Like even like 1,500 would probably like bug me a little bit.
Like, hey, speaking of Myers masks, real quick, what are your guys' thoughts on that new NAG Ultimate cover?
It's a good sculpt. It's great. It's really it's good.
Fucking, it's good. I like it. What I really like about it is that there's variants. You know, not everyone has to get the ultimate cover. I mean, there's other cover masks that look really great too.
Yeah.
All right, man.
I don't know, man. Like I love it. I just don't like the fucking drama that this whole shit has created.
Yeah, I looked into all of that when it was going down on Facebook. You know, Nick Mulpagano's beautiful 13 mask, and then of course I'm not going to discredit Nag. He does a great, you know, masks, and his ultimate cover is beautiful. It looks amazing. But I saw a lot of people's attitudes towards one artist or the other, and I didn't understand really why, because it's like as an artist or as a collector, you know, just enjoy what's going on. You know, just grab the mask and enjoy it,
man. Like that's like when I just as a collector from a collector's, you know, point of view, I'm just collecting to collect and interact with the people that are like-minded and shit. I'm not trying to fucking, you know, have a contest as to, you know, which, you know, who's better at what. Like I said, like every artist is great in their own right. Mm-hmm. You know, there's no reason to fucking dog one another or shit on another, hijack someone's fucking post or anything. You know, there's just no need for that shit. None.
Here's the problem with this whole argument that people are having about these masks. Accuracy is subjective, because I can look at a castle and I can find it more accurate than a cover mask, or I can look at a creep and find it more accurate than a castle mask. It's all based on what you think and what you feel. So the problem I've had is I've seen a lot of people telling each other this mask is more accurate than this one, and that's just the way that it is, and that's just not how it goes. I will tell you this: there is only one mask in the hobby that is more accurate than all of them, and that is a freaking 1975 Don Post Captain Kirk, and that's all I've got to say about that.
Absolutely, man. I agree.
Yeah. It's what's actually the most, though, you know, as much as I love both those masks, you know, I don't like the toxicity it's created where individuals, none of which I'll name, are going out of their way intentionally to kind of drag one mask through the mud. You know, that person, that, you know, the artist went and spent their hard ass, you know, their money essentially, because it requires material, their money, their time and effort to put out a mask, and you're just going to run it through the mud essentially.
And mocking it too. It's just like I don't get that. I don't fucking get it. It's like where, like, what are we, fucking 13, or, you know, are most of us in our late 20s, early 30s, 40s even?
Well, a lot of people were mocking the 13 mask because of the way Nick is doing his methods of payments, right? And, you know, even when he first started doing that, I even kind of shook my head at it, or like scratched my head, because I didn't understand it. No artist has ever done this particular method before, but I understand why Nick is trying to do this sort of thing. He's trying to cut down because he knows the demand is high.
Yeah, 2 to 3. Like, I've talked to him like, if you really want to fucking know why he's doing this, go talk to him. He'll be more than glad to explain to you why the fuck he's doing what he's doing. And people don't get that it's such a demand, 2 to 3 year wait. Like, he doesn't want people doing that. And, you know, and he doesn't want to, you know, be blown up with messages saying, oh, where's my mask? Where's my mask? Like, daily. He gets people who have
Right.
ordered masks like 2 months ago asking, "Oh, where's my mask?" Not realizing that, hey buddy, you're in a select point in the fucking line. Like, you're not ahead clearly because your mask isn't there yet, and he's running a one-man operation. So like, people don't understand, like, there's demand for it. He would be overwhelmed with orders for the 13 if he was doing it in a regular rotation.
And I mean, first off, shout out to Nick. I'm sure he's going to check this out because he's been watching the podcast the past few weeks. I'm sure he's going to check this out and get to this part and see what's going on with the 13 conversations. So shout out to Nick. Love you, man. You're doing great. So yeah.
I'm just gonna say, like, it's Nick is one of the nicest guys in the hobby. Like, he doesn't start shit with no one. He doesn't
like, he has no fucking reason to. He's a grown ass man.
Exactly. Yeah, because it's latex. It's rubber in the end, Yeah,
and
all these grown ass dudes who are making jokes and not even only the method of I claim it, but making jokes of, here's a perfect example. No name dropping. But like that side-by-side picture, one says this is 144p and this is what it fucking 4K looks like, and it's just like, you don't have to.
Like, why do you gotta do that, man? It's a fucking mask, man. Like, I just don't get the logic. I don't get it. I really don't.
I agree. And like I said, I find the ultimate cover looks amazing. I'm not going to deny Nikos's artistic ability.
It's a great fucking sculpt. I think it's a great cover. It's a great cover mask, and it'd be great for anyone to fucking own. I want, like I said, I don't like the fucking drama that is coming from third party fucking sources saying, "Oh, well, this one's better, this one's better," and it's like, dude, they're both good. Both artists busted their fucking ass. And appreciate that. That's, there's really nothing more to it. You don't have to make it a fucking who's got a bigger dick contest.
Well, what I wonder is, I come from back when the hobby was a little older and wiser. Before even Tots got really established, and we had a lot of that going on. Because nothing against Tots or them, but there's been a lot of drama brought on by those masks over the years. Here's my question. Why are we fighting over these two cover masks? But back in the day, nobody was fighting over a creep and another variant of the H1 mask. Artists weren't colliding over that crap. It was just artists were doing their whole thing, their own thing, and they were just releasing their masks, and everything was cool. That's one thing I love about the creep. I'll be honest, I find a creep way, way more accurate than anything NAG produces. But that's not to discredit NAG, and that's just my opinion. And if nobody agrees with that opinion, that's totally fine. I'm not going to fight you over that.
Yeah, that's not them, man.
So that's my main issue. Is like, why are we comparing? The Nick's 13 mask looks better than the cover, or the cover looks better than Nick's 13. Either way is fine, but when you take it out of proportion and you're starting to say, well, there's just your say doesn't matter. The Nikos's cover mask is the best there is, and there's nothing about it. That's when you're starting to get really stupid with it, because it's like, your opinion is your opinion, but don't force it on other people.
It's like you're trying to get other people to be one-sided with the whole fucking thing, and it's like, dude, why can't people just have their own opinion? Why can't people just think both masks look good? Why does one other person deserve more attention than this person? Like I said, not shitting on Neg. Like, if Nikos ever watches this, like, not shitting on you, dude. But it's just like, I think both artists in their own right are great at what they do. They both deserve recognition, and they don't deserve, neither deserves mockery, neither deserves, this fucking contest that people are putting on to sway one portion of the group to fucking come in with them and get on their way. It's like, dude, just enjoy it overall. They're fucking masks. Like, we're all collecting. It doesn't have to go as far as some of the shit I've seen go.
Dude.
Exactly, man.
It's gotten to a point where it's like children with toys, dude. And it's terrible, because we're all trying to be, it's people like this.
Like, it feels like I'm in fucking high school again, man. Like, if I'm, I'm gonna pull a Billy Madison. I'm gonna go right back to fucking school if I want to deal with this shit.
Or even junior high, like. It's one of those things that it's moments like this that want to drive myself into private collecting.
Yeah, same here. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm not letting it get to me. You know, my personal opinion, I like the 13. I appreciate it for what it is. I understand the work that was put into it. I understand, what Nick was doing with it. He didn't want, he wasn't, he was just trying to put out what he saw as an accurate Myers mask.
Right.
And in my eyes, I think that, I fucking agree with him. And Nag's sculpt it's fantastic. It's great. I don't have any bad words to say about it. I only have bad words to say about the fucking bullshit that's been created out of it.
I will say this.
Yeah.
I have to respect Nick so much because throughout all of the stuff that has been said about Nick against his mask.
Oh, he just laughs it off. And, I appreciate that. That's awesome.
Right. He hasn't even acknowledged any of it publicly. He just posts his masks as he does day by day. And you know what? I don't care what anybody says. Nick put his heart and his soul into that mask. He spent a long time getting that sculpt perfected behind closed doors, and it was probably hard for him not to say anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really got to respect the dude because what he has created, regardless of who thinks it's the most accurate representation or not, can we just respect the fact that this dude put his heart and his soul into that sculpt and made a beautiful sculpture and a beautiful mask? I mean,
he didn't
I
even
can't
fucking
do
have
that.
to. He didn't even have to.
Right, exactly.
So I don't, like I said, I don't understand the fucking, I just don't understand any of this. I don't understand any of the fucking drama. I don't understand it's like, grow the fuck up. Like, that's like all I have to say. Grow the fuck up, man.
Yeah.
And if you want to keep dragging it out, that's fine. That's all on you. But I mean, I would say the vast majority of us that, enjoy the hobby overall for what it is, they're, or, a lot of us aren't going to really agree with you,
Right.
And everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and that's fine. That's, it's fine and dandy. But like Austin was saying, like, don't try to shove it down everyone else's throats when, people have a fucking brain for themselves. Like,
right.
And
that's one of the biggest problems. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying that there are people who are constantly doing it, like on the daily basis. Like they're trying to prove a point. Like they're trying to make you believe what they're saying. It's like I don't have to look at these images to determine what I like and what I want to spend my money on. That I work my ass off for. It's just childish. It's so just
right, man. I mean, that's one of the biggest problems with this hobby. I love this hobby to death. I've been with this hobby since 2006, and I've seen it go from second stab levels all the way up to the beautiful PS78 levels and the ID mask levels and all that other stuff. I've seen all these masks over the years. And one big thing that I've taken away from this hobby over the years is that everybody tries to say, this is my opinion, and my opinion matters more than yours. And if you don't agree with it, you don't belong here. And I hate that.
And
not
it
even
gets fucking worse.
Not even just Nag. I've seen it with Night Owl, not Justin Mabry himself, but fans of Night Owl. I have seen that. I've seen it with the old MCS days. I've seen it with everything. I've even seen it with the beautiful second stab that I love. I have seen people tell each other that the second stab is the best version of that castle stretch, and if you don't agree with it, then you're wrong. And that's not the case. You're not wrong. There is nothing that is totally accurate out here except for an actual Don Post 75 Kirk. And if you're going to grab you one of those, you better be ready to throw down $30,000 rotting or not.
Yeah, pretty much, man. And like I said, like that's literally all it is. Everyone always fucking gets in a fight about accuracy, and it makes no sense. It makes no sense.
I'll tell you one thing. If we think the Myers hobby is bad, I don't personally delve into this hobby particularly, but I have heard that the Jason hockey hobby is way worse.
I've never experienced it.
You guys experienced the Slipknot hobby?
Oh, I have. I've experienced that offhand. Not getting into it.
Rough waters, man. Rough fucking waters, man. That shit, yeah. You better tread lightly. Tread lightly in that community, man. That's why I just keep my fucking mouth quiet and I just observe and, I don't know. I've seen some very, very messy fights on some groups that are heavily involved in Slipknot collecting, and I'm just like, holy fuck, man. Like, sometimes I think the Myers hobby is worse, and then I go into the Slipknot groups, and I'm like, oh, you know what? The shit in the Myers hobby, it's really not so bad sometimes.
What I wanted to do, I kind of wanted to start a mission with the Myers hobby. I wanted to try and bring as much unity back to the hobby as I could, because the hobby has never been in a fully unified state.
Good fucking luck, bro.
I know, just
that's like
the
getting
hobby
Jerusalem and Israel together for a fucking picnic.
Well, see, here's the thing. The hobby has never been in a fully unified state, but it's gotten a lot worse than it used to be. When I used to get on message boards on MMNet, the actual website, not Facebook, and I mean, it was a lot more mellowed, you know, talking about old Night Owl pieces. I mean, everybody was just, hey, man, your piece looks awesome. That's great. Looks accurate. Cool. Whatever. You know, it just, everybody was chill, you know, for a long time, up until unless somebody brought unnecessary drama into the mix. But now it's just, there's so many artists going head to head against each other. My piece is better than yours, or mine's more accurate than yours. And so what I'm ultimately been trying to do for the last year or so now is I've been trying to look at every artist with an unbiased lens and really try to find the positives in every artist, regardless of their negatives, and really try to bring people together in a very unbiased way. I don't want the wars of this mask is better than this mask. And for a while, I was actually doing pretty good. People were, you know, talking together and things were doing good. We were doing posts about different artists and everything was great. And then the whole ID mask situation came in, and that started something.
Yeah, that started a whole mess.
We know how that went. And then the KH Ultimate beforehand, that was a big mess. I tried to be very I don't know if you guys know how the KH Ultimate situation went down, but I tried to be very
awful. Jimmy told me all sorts of shit about it. I'm just like, you know what? I'm glad I didn't get involved in that fucking mess.
Right. And I have a plethora of things I could say about that run, but I won't get into that right now. But, you know, and then, of course, recently, everything was cool. And then recently, you know, the whole NAG Ultimate cover and everything situation. So what I've ultimately realized is I can mellow people out for a while, but the moment a new mask is released, we're all going to go back to hell. You know what I mean?
That's how it always goes, man. Somebody's going to stir the pot one way or another. It's either going to be, you know, an artist that does it, or it's going to be a collector that does it. You know, either way, you know, like you said, once something new comes out again, you know, something's going to be blown up. People are going to be fucking fighting it. And it's like, dude, fuck this. I'm
going to have Joshua Warren come in on some of these chats, and I'm going to have him post up his actual 1975 Kirk, and I'm going to have him say, you want accuracy, get one of these.
Yeah, man. There. Like, I don't fucking know. I just don't get it. Like I said, I just don't get it. I just wish everyone would just collect and interact with each other in a mature and friendly fucking manner. But, you know, that's just hoping for too much with some people, man.
I think that's why I am actually more into the private scene. I'm trying to transition into fully private, but of course I do have a tendency to share some of my pieces. I just love to try and spread, you know, some harmony and love, but I'm really tempted to go fully just private, not talking to nobody, not showing nothing off to nobody, and just collecting at my own pace, because I'm so done with all that drama, man. It's just so stupid.
Yeah, I don't fucking blame you, man.
Yeah, I think so. There's got to be some weird ass insecurity issues when you're fucking arguing over rubber.
I can't imagine.
Well,
I just don't get when somebody wakes up. Like, does somebody just fucking wake up in the morning and you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna go start a fight with other grown ass men about a fucking mask
on my fucking keyboard.
Let me put my clown shoes on real fucking quick.
Hey, somebody just commented about their Ghostface impression. I can see the comments on the video here, and I would love to hear that. I need to check that out.
I will check it out, man. I will check it out after the stream. Bowling.
I used to do a really good Ghostface impression, but I haven't done it in so long. I think I've lost my touch on it for sure. But I used to be able to really nail that voice for a while.
You did, yeah. He was featured in one of my Ghostface videos when they actually announced Scream 5 was going to be going into production. That was a long time ago. He was he was there. There was a little skit in there where I pretend I'm answering the phone and shit, and I'm talking to Ghostface, and Austin was Ghostface for that, so it was cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't dare do that impression now because I don't want to embarrass myself. But give me a few months of reworking and then we'll do this again.
There you go. How's it going, Sino? Yes, I think. Am I saying that wrong? Sino Charles Kruger. I think that's how you say it. Sorry. The competition, man, it's unhealthy. It is. It's completely unhealthy. It's unnecessary, and it just divides. Like everyone says, oh, I want the community to be together, and I want us to be a unit and love one another. And then motherfuckers go out there and they're trying to split and divide shit.
Yeah,
Right.
man. At least we can say for ourselves that we're trying. Like at least we're trying. We know we're trying, but I haven't been trying so hard. I mean, I've just been focusing more on on this fucking show, not so much in like the whole mass drama shit.
Yeah,
No,
you know,
I watch it, and sometimes I type something out. I want to say something, and I just bite my fucking tongue because I just know I'm gonna get avalanche with just a bunch of shit, and it's just like, you know what? I'm gonna let you guys look fucking stupid.
Right. And dude, I've been there. I've said some things that I regret. I regret now because in the end it sucks. But those bridges are built back up. I'm cool with all those people again. It's a lesson, of course. But then when you're continuously just doing the same shit over and over again, you're not doing anything good for this community, for people who collect, or artists.
Right. I think it's a learning experience for everybody. I can't even say that I've always been, wanting to bring harmony and everything. I myself have been in my fair amounts of I think this artist is better or whatever. And of course, it's been a very long time, but I used to be bad about doing that certain thing. Not necessarily about Nag, but about a lot of different artists. I would swear up and down. I mean, I would look you dead in your eye and tell you that the DIY was the best sculpt ever offered. And I wouldn't take any other questions about that. But, I'm a lot better about that now. And I mean, it's even something that's gotten in the way of me and James's friendship back in the past. I mean, we've burned down our bridges of friendship a long time ago. Of course, we've built everything back up, and me and him are all cool, obviously. But we have been pretty childish to each other in the past. So I think that goes for everybody, at least at one point in your life.
It's a learning experience, and we both see the faults of what happened, and I think with our situation, maybe I was a little sensitive. I'll be honest, I was probably just a little sensitive, but the reason behind what happened, the person that you all that stuff, I'm cool with them. I've made amends with everyone. People have made amends with me, and that's the way it should be, man. We shouldn't be arguing over stupid shit, especially a piece of painted fucking latex.
No, it's fucking silly, man. And at the end of the day, you'll feel silly once you fucking take a step back and realize, the dumb shit you said, and it's like over fucking man. It's like, all right, maybe I should have calmed down a little bit.
It's fucking dude. I get you. No, it's 100%. And I wish everyone would see it this way, but some people, they love being the troll, man. They don't care. They just want to troll, and they don't give a fuck. And I have guys who I want to just throw under the bus right now because they're just rude people. Like they go out of their way to troll you.
Yeah. Right. It's fucking so stupid. It's like, get a fucking life, homie.
I will name drop that fool if he fucking does it again, though. I will name drop that fool if it happens again, because I've seen it plenty of times where this person will go to someone's post just to troll, and they take great enjoyment out of it. I'm gonna I would do it.
You're on fucking strike 2, buddy, if you're out there listening.
Dude, he's on strike 13.
Okay. Hey man, what's the name of this podcast?
Assholes with Opinions. But you'll get fucking raked, man. You'll get raked. Fuck around and find out. You'll get bashed down real quick.
You get fucking turned, dog.
Oh man.
Toronto Freddy says the Freddy Silicone community is just as toxic, but way smaller. It's down to 4 masked producers, which is Dark Ride being the big dog, and then the remaining 3. It sounds like.
I have no idea about that community, but
I
mean, every hobby has its toxicity, man. Unfortunately, that's just how it is.
Ghostface, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh God,
I've seen that too. I've seen that as
Oh,
well.
I have seen a big amount of toxicity in that community, but I hope I got out of that community for that sole reason. But I hope everybody that's involved with that community is having good vibes and everything's going great. In terms of the Freddy silicone community, I've never dealt with them. I've always, in the back of my mind, wanted to get a silicone Freddy head. I've used one. I did a haunt a few years back with a buddy of mine, and I played Freddy, and he had one of the really cool silicone heads. So I've thought about getting them, but never getting into that, hobby of collecting them or anything.
Austin, can I tell them the story about the Ghostface group that we made?
I mean, I don't know. I try to leave all that in the past. I really don't like to bring that stuff up because there's a lot more to that on my end. I got in some heavy backwash with a lot of the big guys over that kind of stuff, and it really, it was one of the main reasons why I got out of there for good. One of the main reasons why I don't own anything related to Ghostface anymore.
Things like that can really make it just leave a bad taste in your mouth. Where it's like these people have ruined my experience so much that I don't even want to be around any of this stuff. I just need to get this the fuck out of here.
They literally I'm not gonna name drop, but there are a couple key people involved in that group that freaking made me so upset that I literally sold everything at a really good price. And I got it out and I just didn't want it anymore. And I couldn't even face some people because people asked me why I let certain things go. And I couldn't even face them because I didn't want to explain because I had such a love for it. But yeah, it was such a bad event and it went so much further. That group that we created, I had no ill intentions behind that group. No. I was not trying to steal anybody's fame or whatever. It was just terrible.
Can you imagine if we made a Michael Myers group on Facebook and then the admins and moderators of michaelmyers.net decided to come after us, and everyone who was a part of our group that we created, they would ban them from their group and they're not ever welcome back.
Right. Okay, so I don't want to get fully into the stories, but I will tell you this. This is a summed up version of what ended up happening. Me and James decided we wanted to create a Facebook group. It started with me. I was like, man, I want to create a Ghostface-centered group where we can just explain about the masks and just have fun, hang out, whatever. We made this group, and he came on as, I believe it was a moderator or an admin, but he came on, and we added a couple people that liked Scream in there. Some of them were involved in the other Scream communities. And we were just talking and having fun. And what ended up happening is we were growing a following very quickly. We had a lot of people following very quickly. Well, word got out to the people in the other Scream groups. And they literally messaged everybody but me and told everybody that was involved in the Scream groups, because you got into that group, we're banning you forever from our Scream groups. You're no longer allowed in those Scream groups or community ever. And then nobody came to me about it directly. I had to be told secondhand that I was told the admin wants to speak to you. The big guy in the group wants to speak to you. So I messaged him. I was like, what's going on, bro? And he said, you disrespected us by creating this group. You're stealing from us. You're stealing followers and everything. We've worked very hard to get this group going. And he was like, so you guys are all banned from our groups. So, of course, I was trying to make everybody happy and bow down to their feet. So I made a deal with the guy. I said, look, if I change the group's name and whereabouts, what it's about, will you let everybody back in? He said, okay. So I changed the whole thing. The group is still up to date. It's called Pop Culture Collectors. I no longer use it. I haven't done anything with it in a while. I think people are still in there, though, and I might one day get it back up and running. But it's called Pop Culture Collectors, and it was just supposed to be fun. And I changed everything, and I wanted to bow down to his feet so that I couldn't lose my people that I talked to, because at the time, to get Scream stuff, you have to know people. You can wait on eBay, but you're not going to have much luck. You need to know people who collect that stuff to get that stuff. So yeah. I didn't want to lose all my contacts with Scream stuff, so I just did what he needed to do. And it ended up, James got uninterested after a while because I let the guy get to me. So James left the group. understandably. A lot of other people left the group. And it just went downhill from there, man. And there's a lot of extra to it that I won't get into publicly because I've tried to let it all go. But let's just say it got brought back up months and months later down the road. And the admin just was not happy with the idea that I ever did it and never trusted me again.
I will say at the time I was very upset, but looking back at it, like say today, Austin did the right thing because in the end, that guy put Austin kind of in control of everyone's fate. Like, you ever want to come back here again, you better fucking leave. You know, kind of shit like that. You know, I'm just paraphrasing, but so Austin did the right thing in the end.
That's like some fucking mob shit, dude. Like, oh,
right?
Hey, Austin, boss wants to fucking see you. He wants to sit down with you.
Come in my office. Yeah, fucking.
Well, the main reason I did it was because there's a collector involved. I don't want to name drop because I'm going to leave everybody's names out, but there was a collector involved in this happening. He didn't choose to be a moderator in the group. I thought he loved Scream, and I thought it would be cool if he was a moderator in my group. So I made him one, and they kicked him out, and that really upset him because he really loves Scream and he collects a lot of that stuff, and they have abused him a lot over the years with how they've treated him. And they, you know, when they kicked him out, that was one of the final straws for him. And I felt like it was my fault. So that's another reason why I did what I did, because I really wanted to give him a chance to get back into the groups and, you know, do what he needed to do. Ultimately, for a while, he stayed away from those groups anyways. So I don't even know if he's back in them, but you know, I don't know. I got out of that stuff totally. I'm glad that I'm out of it. Do I miss my Ghostface stuff sometimes? Very much. I worked very hard to get those things together. Do you know how hard it is to track down all 5 original Fantastic Faces? That is hard to do. And the fact that I was able to do it, and I paid a lot of money for 5 Ghostface masks, the original Gen 1 Fantastics, I paid out over $2,000 for that set of 5 masks. So I spent a lot of time and money on those masks, and to know that, you know, it was such a bad taste in my mouth that I just let it all go, you know, and it's nothing. I have no remorse or anything bad now. It's all good. You know, I like Myers better anyways, but yeah, sometimes I miss my stuff, but I'm glad that I got out of there.
Yeah. Charles Kruger says, yeah, I've owned my mistakes too. I never want to repeat it again. What's the good of making people hate you? It doesn't make you cool. Exactly. I mean, it's because they have their clicks. I think I saw this recently where people were talking about clicks and how everyone has their clicks. And you know, once you have your click, you pretty much can, you know, perform highway robbery and they'll still roll the red carpet out for you.
I mean, you could be in a clique. So like, here's the thing. So you can be in a clique. You can be in a clique all you want, but just be cool with everybody. Don't be fucking like, you know, don't be going so hardcore on it. Because like, you know, if you want to label me in a clique, I'm in with the fucking Handy Boy clique. Like that's where I'm like, I enjoyed Nick's work. So, you know, I'm always gonna enjoy seeing his work. I'm always gonna tell people to go to him. You know, not to shit on other artists, and along with Jimmy too. If people want, you know, their mask repainted, I tell people to go to Jimmy if they want, you know, some stellar shit done, or you know, if you want to label me in the clique, go ahead. But I'm still gonna be cool with everybody at the end of the day.
Right. And I mean, I'm a part of the Night Owl clique. You know, I'm part of a Night Owl group that's geared specifically towards Night Owl, and we don't bash other pieces. We just post Night Owl pieces, and we just sit back and have fun. You know what I mean? Yeah,
you just gotta be a fucking OG about it, basically. Like, don't like be so eager to fucking, you know, jump on a bandwagon of fucking knuckleheads that are, you know, are just stirring shit up with people. Yeah. You know, they have nothing better to do but, you know, troll on people and make people look bad and put people down and shit. Like, don't, you know, if there's anyone new coming in the hobby, you know, you come across this fucking video, don't do that. Do not fucking do that. Like, that's, you know, you're gonna have a shit reputation. You're gonna look like a fucking fool. You know, you know, just be cool about shit. Like I said, just be a fucking OG. Just be cool with everybody. Don't, you know, bash people's shit. Don't jump on the bandwagon when people are, you know, bashing somebody unless they've done something fucking wrong, like recasting or something severe, like then by all means say what you gotta fucking say. I'm probably gonna be there joining you too. But at the end of the day, just be fucking cool, man. That's all. Just just be friendly with people. You have your personal taste, they got theirs. Don't try to impose your shit on them, and everything will be fine.
I know it sounds like I'm stooping down to a childhood level of speaking to people, but you know how when you're younger they say, "Will you treat people how you want to be treated?" It's exactly the fucking same. Like I want to be treated with respect.
Yeah,
and I want to treat people with respect. I want you to treat me how I'm going to treat you. I'm going to treat you good. Why would you treat me like shit? And why would I take it?
Exactly, man.
Hey, guys, I hate to cut this short on my end, but we're picking up on an ice storm, and my phone's about to die as well. Okay. So if you guys can stay on if you would like, but I think I need to get off here and go in the house before I die of a golf ball-sized ice ball headed from the sky.
You be careful.
You be careful,
man.
Yeah.
Sure will. I sure will. All right, guys. It was great talking to you guys. Thank you for having me come on. I'm glad I was able to share some Ghostface knowledge that I still have and talk and have a great time. For everybody that tuned in, thank you for having me. Thank you for sitting back and listening to my annoying little squeaky voice.
All right, buddy. Oh, yeah. We appreciate you.
You guys are awesome. I look forward to Saturday. Is our next watch along?
Saturday. House of a Thousand Corpses.
House of a Thousand Corpses. I've been waiting on a Rob Zombie film, a good Rob Zombie film. So
that's it right there, man.
I'm a sucker for his House of a Thousand Corpses series. That, Devil's Rejects, Three from Hell. I love them films. So,
fuck yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna get off here, and I will talk to you guys more soon.
All right, we'll see you, buddy.
All right, peace.
See ya.
Hey, Kyle, how's it going? Thanks for joining the live stream. How are you, James, Trevor, and Austin? We're all doing good. Of course, Austin just left.
Not too bad. Yep.
He's in a snowstorm right now, and I think he was out by his car.
I think he was in his car or something. I don't know, man. It must have been fucking cold.
It must have been pretty cold. So he stuck it out for an hour and 15 minutes or so. So he's a trooper. You're good, Kyle. Thanks for asking. How are you, man? Hope everything's going well for you in your world. Toronto Freddy, you have one you'd be willing to spend around. Oh, sorry. Toronto says I have one. You're referring to the silicone dark ride. Yeah, those things are really sick. I've seen them, and I'm always like really like I see someone try to like put it on. I'm just like I'm like, oh my god, is that gonna rip?
What, the silicone man? Yeah, that's how I am.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. Toronto Freddy, what the fuck? What kind of bullshit is that? Yeah, dude, that whole thing got really out of hand with the group thing. Like, I won't name drop the guy, but like, I
don't know, man. If you ask my personal opinion, because I'm a fucking ass, I probably would have laughed at the dude. I would have fucking asked before I gave that dude an answer. I would have polled everybody, been like, listen, do you guys want to go back to that shit, or do you want to fucking create a fucking mountain out of a fucking molehill with this shit?
Yeah.
You know, like, what do you guys want? You guys want to go back to that? Then right now, I will fucking say, I will shut down. If not, I will tell this guy to go fuck himself. That's just me. That's just me. But you know, Austin did what he did. Understandable. You know, he did the right thing. It sounds like so. But like I said, I would have laughed at the dude. I'm like, huh?
Dude, it was in that group where when we heard that news. Dude, we were like, I don't know, not everyone was like this, but I was like, me and a couple other people were just like, fuck him, fuck that, we're not doing that, we're not fucking gonna do this.
It sounds like some people took a step back and they're like, hang on a second, no, hang on.
I need my and Austin did the right thing in the end. Like at first I didn't think so, and I was just like, fuck Austin, what are you doing, man? Like I was kind of upset, but I look
back down, man. Like but it's okay.
Yeah, Austin did the right thing, and I'm happy for him and everyone else who got what they wanted in the end. It's just an unfortunate situation, but I'm glad we're past that. But I wanted to bring that up, kind of give you an example of the toxicity amongst collections and communities. And that was just an example of the Ghostface community. Yeah.
Fuck all that shit. Other good news though. Darren Perks is interested on coming on the podcast sometime. Ooh. I feel like that would be really fucking good for the show, honestly. Because I don't know if anyone in the chat has heard. I don't know if anyone knows Darren Perks or not, but he's the guy that's responsible for the weekend's costume get up for his 300 backup people for the halftime Super Bowl show. And he did a fucking awesome job on that. A lot of people mocked it, because of the whole man, like everyone thought it looked like a jockstrap and shit, but then, because of COVID and shit, that's the it's the regular, and everyone was shitting on it. It's like, this dude, busted his ass, him and his whole team busted his ass, put on this show, and to help put on the show, and I thought, he did a great job. Like 300 fucking headdresses he had to do in 2 weeks, 2-week turnaround. That's an accomplishment. Like that's kick ass. I don't care what anyone fucking says. He fucking killed it. He killed that shit.
Yeah, no. Yeah, dude, have him come on Wednesday. I think we're open next Wednesday for
that's what I'm saying. I can't think of anything else for a topic. So I'll see. I could message him and see what's going on.
Yeah, I'm super down.
That would be that's good. That would be an awesome episode. Because he's got a long history too. Like he used to work for Don Post.
Oh really?
He's worked on film and stuff. Yeah.
Wow. That's cool. That's really cool. Toronto says that's like telling your friend that they're no longer associated with you because they're hanging out with someone you don't like.
That's literally it. That's the high school bullshit that you'll see in fucking any mass community.
I might have done that in high school, to be honest. I might have done that in high school.
I was cool with everybody in high school, so I wasn't really, I don't know.
Personal reasons for why that would happen, but
not like saying I was like popular. I was like, I was just fucking, I was cool with everybody, anybody.
Yeah. Sino says, anyway, great to see you guys. Hope you are all doing well. I have to work now, make money from Myers Mass.
Hell exactly. Yeah, man.
You get to it, my man. Thanks for joining. Take care. Art Wishwood says, a Halloween reference. Oh man,
it happens. You know what? That's how it goes on the show, man. We'll plan something out, we'll cover it real quick, and then the rest of the time it's something about Myers or Myers related.
Every time.
Hobby, mask, something. I don't fucking know.
Excuse me. Paulo Balboa, 1985 says, James, was the Scream film supposed to use the zombie Ghostface mask at some point in the series?
I don't think so. I think it was more of like a concept mask.
Yeah, kind of like just like kind of like the devil mask they're doing, the red one with the horn now. Kind of like that, just concept. Is that one based off of the one from Dead by Daylight? Or like a variant?
I haven't played Dead by Daylight, but I feel like I've heard that.
Okay.
So I can't exactly confirm. So I have no idea. I know, right? Failing a fucking ice storm, getting hailed down apparently.
I know, just getting fucking smacked by some ice. Sorry, Austin. Toronto Freddy says the dark rides are durable. Okay. I know that I can't talk about it. I was gonna mention something about My Special Boy, but
no,
in silicone. And I can't discuss that. Not until Friday. He also says, as much as I don't care for the weekend, I can appreciate that, dude. 302 weeks. That's
a lot. I don't know if anyone realizes that, but to make 300 pieces for 300 people within 2 weeks, that's not an easy fucking accomplishment. That is very rushed. That is hectic. That is stressful. That is hell. But they pulled through. They did it. I appreciate what they did. People can mock this shit. Yeah, it's funny. They looked a little funny, but because of COVID shit, that's just the way they look. They probably would have looked better without the mask underneath them or however they designed them. Yeah. But I just find it awesome that Darren was the one that did it, and I just find it just fucking awesome, just in general, that he accomplished that. He kicked ass, and regardless if you like The Weeknd or not, I like The Weeknd. I didn't even know that The Weeknd was playing at the Super Bowl until a couple days before it came on. And I had and Darren posted something on Facebook. He posted a status saying to look out for whatever for the halftime show, I think, or something. And I didn't really think much of it until he announced that he was him and his team were the ones that were responsible for the 300 bandage the masks and stuff. And I was like, holy shit, no way. My jaw dropped. I was like, what?
Really? Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I would like to get him on and kind of hear his story on
That's what I'm saying, man. He's an interesting character for sure.
Yeah, keep me updated on that, because if that's the case, then I'll try to think of another episode.
Yeah, same here.
But that
Yeah.
that would be really cool to kind of experience that. That's awesome.
Like I would even accommodate a day. Like even if we couldn't do it on a like, I would still like that. Like I'm saying, like that would be. I think that'd be really good for the show to get him on. Because he just did something so fucking just like I don't know. He just did something just so great. Like the halftime show, it's like who do you know that works on that shit every day?
Right. Exactly.
I don't.
Apollo Balboa said, I just learned today that there might be a Fright Night 2 that will retcon the Fright Night 2 from 1988. So you mean so not a sequel to the one with Colin Farrell, but one that's going to be a direct sequel to the first one, kind of like 2018 for Halloween. Halloween did for 2018 to the first film. Is that what you're saying?
I feel like that's how that would work. Yeah.
Tom Holland is writing it.
What?
The guy who did the Super Bowl halftime show, Toronto Faces.
Yes, from Toronto. Yep.
From Toronto. Okay.
Pretty sure he lives in Florida now.
Is he in Florida now?
Yes. Yeah.
Super Bowl is in Florida, so that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. Tampa. Yeah.
He wants Charlie, Evil Ed, and Jerry Dandridge back.
I haven't seen Fright Night in forever, so I don't even remember any of the characters. It was a very long time ago.
So long for me as well. The last Fright Night I saw was actually the remake, and I actually really liked the remake.
I didn't even realize there was a remake out of it.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Oh, The Weeknd. Yeah, The Weeknd is from Toronto.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm more than sure. Yeah, Darren is from Canada. Pretty sure Ontario. I think it might be from. He might be from Toronto. I'm pretty sure he's from Toronto. I've had a conversation before with him, and I'm pretty sure he mentioned he was from Toronto.
Okay, cool.
Could be mistaken.
Today's episode was pretty fun. I got to learn a little bit.
Oh yeah.
From Austin telling us about he didn't really dive into like the variants, like the scary movie one and the demon ones and the skeleton ones and all those, but he really touched up on the Ghostface line and how that started and became part of the line, because he said it started out in 1991, and then Wes Craven and a producer stumbled upon it while doing research or looking for a location to shoot, and they saw that mask and they wanted to use it.
Yeah, I didn't really know. I don't really know much about Scream. Like I've kind of been getting into it a little bit more, but not to that extent though, about where the mask came from. But I've watched like Douglas Little. I mentioned him like a week ago about the whole Scream thing. I've watched his videos. He's explained a lot of backstory to a few of the variants, a few of the other ones, and like the origin of the Ghostface in general. So I kind of knew that Ghostface wasn't exactly made for Scream. It was already like a pre-existing mask.
Right, and I don't know if Austin said this. He might have left this out. But when Wes Craven and them saw the mask, they wanted that look. So K&B was hired on to do the mask, and they did a K&B mold of the Ghostface mask, their own mold, and something didn't sit right with, I don't know if it was Wes Craven or one of the producers, and they ultimately decided to go back to the other one. They had to track it down and then have like some sort of agreement with Fun World.
The K&B one, that's the one with like the very skinny mouth, right? And like that forehead.
Yeah, and the short mouth.
I always think it looks like a fucking. I call it the alien fucking Ghostface because it just reminds me of like an alien.
Paulo Balboa says, James, I know you like the Rocky series, as I obviously do. What? Sorry. Oh, are you asking what do I think Creed 3 would be about? Are they doing a Creed 3? I wasn't a big fan of the
I didn't watch the Creed films. Me personally, I left Rocky where it was at with
Rocky Balboa, yeah.
The last film. That's where I left it at. I don't know. That's how I am with a lot of films. It's like I don't want to see new ones. I want to remember the good films as they were. Like people have been saying that there's like a Godfather remake. I don't want to see that. I want to remember Marlon Brando. I want to remember, Al Pacino and fucking James Caan, all those. Like, I'm not interested.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know if you feel that way about certain series too, but it's like, I don't know, man. I'm an old soul. I like remembering, old shit for what it was back in the day.
It all depends, really, like what it is. Like touching up on a majority of horror films, I'm not really too concerned. But when you start touching up on, say, like the Rocky franchise, where you start to try to remake Rocky for a modern age, like if that were to ever happen,
I wouldn't watch it.
I wouldn't be interested.
No, like I said, I like Rocky. I feel like Rocky was made specifically for Sylvester Stallone, like Rambo. Like if someone told me right now that they're remaking Rambo and it wasn't Sylvester Stallone, fuck yourself. I'm not watching it.
Go fuck yourself.
Like no, thank you. I'm good. Thank you for the suggestion, but I'm going to politely say, fuck no.
Fuck yeah, exactly. But the question, what I think could be about, I don't know. I mean,
I haven't seen the other Creed film. Like I said, I have no fucking clue. Like, I appreciate what they were doing with it for bringing back the characters and, and all that shit. But, nah, wasn't my taste. Not my cup of coffee.
Right. No, and I'm with you on that. Like I actually no, I did watch both of them. And it's been a while. I might have had some beers while doing it. It was okay. Will I spoil you, or will you watch this eventually?
Probably not, man. Honestly.
Okay. So, Creed 2 is Victor Drago versus damn, what the fuck's his name? Apollo Creed's son, essentially. I forgot his name. And so the story goes that Ivan Drago's son is like this unstoppable machine. Fucks up Michael B. Jordan's character bad. Creed's character.
Yeah, fucking killed him.
Is his name Adonis or something? Something like that, I think.
Like I said, I have no fucking clue.
So he beats him bad. Like Victor Drago just demolishes this guy and breaks it, like fucks up his ribs up and everything. But the redemption arc of the film felt too rushed. It wasn't drawn out. Like if you watch Rocky 3 and you see Clubber Lang knock the fuck out of Rocky, and then Mickey dies and he goes to this whole new thing where he's to refine himself through the Apollo's training, and like I just felt like that redemption moment was too rushed, and he just shit all over Victor Drago. Like it was just like it wasn't like this fight that felt epic and it's like fucking, can he lose? Can he win? Like what's gonna happen? It was it just didn't feel it didn't feel that important.
Yeah, see that. Like I said, that's why I left Rocky where it ended, because that's where you feel like you get that like that fight in Rocky 3. Well, was it Rocky 3 or Rocky 4 that he fought? What's his face?
Drago?
Yeah. Fourth one. Yeah. That was an important fight. Like that was like a very fucking significant fight, for the time that it was at. Even though it was a fictional fight, I mean, back, you gotta think back, like that was during like the Cold War and shit. Like that was back, in the 80s, that was like something like significant, I guess, for for morale and shit. And like nowadays it's like, what the fuck is the point? Like
Exactly.
but unfortunately, like I'm not even determining that. Like that, that shit was determined long before anything else. It's just kind of like, what's the fucking point now? It doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
I feel you on that. Chud's Corner. How do I get my hands on a My Special Boy Hawk? Oh, that's funny, Chad. We're gonna do a little shameless self-promotion real quick. This Friday, guys, new My Special Boy teaser will be dropping, as well as a new Indiegogo campaign where you can actually get yourself a screen use Hawk, which will be signed by the maker himself, Michael Lawrence, Dr. Michael Lawrence, and Chad Sumner will be signed by both of them. There's a lot of really cool perks on there. I think a lot of people are going to be blown away with some of these shirts and designs, which were designed by our composer / graphic design artist, Mike Chabani. I think I said that right. Mike, if you're listening, I'm sorry.
Like the yogurt?
That's the thing. He's like people think it's like Shabani, and it's like it's Chabanti. And I'm just
Shabani.
like,
Shabani.
I wonder if I say it wrong every time. But
I
yeah,
don't know. I still found it pretty fucking funny.
So this Friday, that will be happening this Friday.
Yeah.
At what time? I don't know yet. Well, I'll find that out tonight. But yes, that is dropping this Friday, and I cannot wait. I actually don't work this Fridays, so I can soak it all in.
Hell yeah, good. There you go.
But yes, I have my special boy Hawk right over here. You can't see it, and underneath it is what Jason looks like under that sack mask.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Can't wait to show you guys. It's gonna be fucking cool, and that will be released on this channel at some point in the early morning. So,
hell yeah.
So, do you have anything else you want to discuss today? We've gone about an hour and 35 minutes in. We've discussed Ghostface mask, the history, kind of some of that that mask versus mask, bullshit. Oh yes, here's another opinion. The laughing emoji on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, you motherfuckers with that thing, man! I hate all of you that use it. I hate I'm not name dropping, but you know who the fuck you are. You know what? If you're gonna laugh, say something. If you're gonna laugh, show your balls, man. Like where your balls at? Fucking type away what you got to say. Like laughing, it's a fucking pet peeve of mine. And me and Chris Morgan and a few of us were on a Zoom call, and we even talked about like the emojis and shit for like the reacts and stuff on fucking Facebook. So stupid. It's so dumb. It's so fucking like immature, man, and it makes no fucking sense. Anyone that does that shit, just say what you gotta say. At least, like, if people will probably say, "Oh, well, you guys have probably done it." Well, at least a few of us have laughed and fucking said something afterwards to back it up. So it's like some people don't even bother to; they just laugh, and it's like, bro, explain.
Proceed. What's so funny?
Like, what's funny? I don't get the joke.
Like if there's something,
you want to be a fucking comedian.
Yeah, if there's something funny, like genuinely funny, yeah, let's use
explain to the rest of us. I don't get it. I'm stupid. I'm gonna play fucking stupid for a second with you. So you know what? Tell me what the fucking joke is.
Oh, dude, that too. The defensive, they laugh at something and you call them out and they're like, then they try to play defensive fucking they're like, oh, they kind of lose their words and shit. And it's like, God, you were just being a disrespectful piece of shit. And I'm the bad guy for calling you out for being a cock. No.
For real, man. Like,
not going down.
Oh man, the fucking laughing thing. If you do that, man, I got one. I just gotta fucking say, man, I don't get it. I don't get your fucking logic when you do that. Say something. Say something. Like, I'm sure a few people are gonna be fucking in an uproar about the shit we're saying right now. But it's like at some point it's got to be addressed. Like someone's got to use their fucking platform to address some of this shit. Yeah. And you know what? And if you don't fucking like that, too bad. Don't fucking do the shit that we mentioned people fucking doing.
Because you're legit trying to be cute and funny and this and that, and it's like, no, you're being a disrespectful little
No. Now you're being a fucking dickhead. Like, if you're gonna laugh, man, share with the rest of the class. Like I said, I'm dumb. I'm gonna play dumb with you for a fucking minute. What's so funny?
And they'll do that too. They'll play dumb. Like, oh no, it wasn't meant for anything. It wasn't meant to be like that.
Oh no. So what was it meant for? That's when you confront them and fucking, like a fucking detective, like lay into their ass, man. Like, so it wasn't meant like that. So explain the context that it was supposed to be fucking meant. Oh, you can't, or you just won't because it was meant originally for what you just got fucking called out for. Like,
exactly.
There goes my fucking mic. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, no, you're right, 100%. And that laughing emoji, I will use it when something's funny. I would not use it at any point to disrespect someone's work.
No, man, it's awful that it's fucking used for that reason. It's like, say something. You got a problem, just fucking say it, man. Like people will oblige to what you fucking just said. They'll talk to you about it.
Yeah.
And I don't get that fucking laughing about like you said, it's just fucking stupid. Like, it's just, someone's just trying to be cheeky or funny or fucking like, what's the word?
Cute and fucking
crafty. Like you trying to be fucking crafty or something,
shit,
dude.
you know?
Like I don't get your fucking your logic behind using that laugh react. Like I don't like if you're gonna use it, at least explain why you're laughing. You know,
Yeah.
unless it's clearly obvious why you're laughing. Like the certain mask that you fucking sent to the group chat that we've been mocking a lot. Like that. Okay, we can laugh at that. That's fine. That's an obvious reason to laugh. That's an obvious reason. But if it's like good work and it's somebody that you probably necessarily don't agree with, or somebody you personally don't like, and you're just laughing at their shit, it's like, all right, explain why you're laughing. What's funny? Like, what's funny? That's all I want to know.
That mask, though, dude. That mask looks like you said it looks like it has fucking cotton candy on its head.
Dude, it does, man. Like, holy fuck. Like, I'll pay you like the amount of money you want for it to burn the fucking thing. I'll pay you extra to fucking film it and send it to me.
That's gold. That's gold. That's pure gold.
Like that's something that like I said, that's something that you can obviously laugh. That's something to obviously put the fucking laugh react, because that's a joke. That thing's a fucking joke. And I wish I'm gonna be respectful, even though this individual has not been respectful of other fucking people. I'm gonna be a big man and not fucking name drop of this person. I don't know what he was fucking thinking. Like
no thoughts come across my mind.
Thoughts, man. I've seen people fucking just getting into this shit doing a better job at doing some of the stuff that he does, and it's like, holy fuck, man.
Cotton candy, bro. Oh, it's gonna stick with me forever.
And then you look at it, that's literally what it fucking looks like. Like, I wish we could post a picture, right? But like I said, I don't want to fucking I don't want my fucking profile being fucking posted and shit. Like, I don't want people fucking, stalking my house or stalking my profile or stalking people I'm fucking friends with. It's just, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'll just let you know now your shit sucks. Sorry. And I'm not the only one. I'm not the only fucking person. I can promise you that right now. I'm not the only fucking person that thinks your shit is shit.
No one likes that.
No.
No one likes that. No one likes that.
No, and it's just because of the not even besides the fucking look. It's just the person that fucking made them. It's like I don't get it. I'll never fucking understand like the logic that was put in behind that fucking that god awful fucking project, man. I don't. Oh man, I've seen shit, and then I've seen fucking like baby shit, man. Like straight up, that's baby shit. That's, oh man. Put that thing through a fucking wood chipper, destroy the mold, like, erase its fucking existence, apologize to the people that you fucking sold it to, move on with your life. Find a different fucking you gotta find a different craft to get into, homeboy. Like that mask making ain't it. I can promise you that. I'm sorry to say. You tried, but it just unfortunately it just wasn't enough. Just
take
wasn't
up crocheting or some shit, like,
yeah, something simple, something you can't fuck up.
I mean, you could, but nothing could be that fucked up.
Go fucking feed birds at the park or fucking something. Do something. You'd probably be better at that. I don't know. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. I've never made a mask a day in my life, but I can imagine I'd probably do fucking better than that.
Oh god. I hate it because it sounds like we're being mean, but there's reasons.
Unfortunately, you know what? like I said, I'll be respectful to the extent where I won't drop names, but like this person has not been very respectful towards collectors, other artists. This person has been just a fucking all around a shitty fucking person. And you know what? I can stoop to their level for a second and fucking say some shit about them. Like it don't fucking matter to me. Like this person I'm not even friends with because their fucking personal fucking views. And I don't even know. And I just don't understand. I don't understand, like, I don't know, behind the dude's fucking logic, why he's such a fucking psychopath, lunatic, man. Fucking just straight up fucking madman. He's not in a good way. Not even a fucking good way for anyone listening, right? That is no way, shape, or form should you do fucking business with this person. You want to know who it is? My inbox is open. I'll be more than glad to fucking talk to you about it. but I'm not, I'm not gonna stoop to their level. But I will fucking say this person is shit. Their work is shit. I feel sorry for anybody. I feel sorry for anybody. I feel sorry for any newbie that gets duped into, in general, just getting duped into fucking buying something that they aren't very well educated on yet. And I wish there was just a way to fucking direct people towards the direct people towards people like us that fucking speak with before making any fucking decision. It's like just to guide them in the right direction. Like, I'm not going to tell you what to buy. I'm not going to tell you what, I'm not going to get into all that shit. Like I said, I have my own personal opinions and whatnot, but I'm going to point you in the right direction. I'm not going to, sit there and be like, oh yeah, this guy's good when his work shit. And the only reason I'm saying his shit's good is because, he could be giving me a deal, or he could be fucking, doing something. It could be a friend. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you, man. Like, I'll be honest with you. I'll point you in the right direction, and I'll point you where not to go. I'll show you where not to go and where to go. Like, I wish there was just more people like that, man. Because unfortunately, like, new people just get fucked so often, so much, and it just happens way too often.
Yeah, there needs to be more people who can be honest while being respectful, but being like, hey, like, even with my stuff, dude, like, I expect you to ever recommend my shit. That goes for Austin either. I don't expect you guys to ever recommend my shit.
Well, if I know, like, if like Jimmy or somebody's busy as shit, they can't take anything out. Of course, I the next person I would go to is probably you. I'd be like, you know what? Yeah, go over to James. I'm sure his schedule's not as hectic as Jimmy's. You're not gonna wait. So it's like, I'm not gonna be, like I said, I'm not gonna be 110% one sided with people. Like I said, I'm fucking, like, I play as an OG. I'm cool with it, with people, like, just in general. I'll guide you in the right direction. To anyone that I think could get the job done for whatever someone is specifically looking for to get done, I will point you in the fucking right direction. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you should 110% go to Nick Malpagano, or only 110% go to Jimmy Fowler. No. Sometimes they can't tackle shit that some people want. So you know what? If I'll send you down on to the next person. Hey, I recommend going to this person then if you want this done, or I'll go to this person if you want that done. So I'm not gonna sit there and just be like a one-sided fucking prick and be like, oh, only go to this person, strictly these people.
Yeah,
exactly. It's a bigger fucking world out there, man.
But that abomination that we're talking about earlier,
don't go to that person. Do not go to that person. Like I said, if you want to know who I'm talking about, my fucking inbox is open. You can ask away, man. I'll tell you all about it.
I just it's mentally locked in my brain. I just don't get it.
Oh my god. If I don't ever hear about that fucking guy ever again, man. I fucking hate him. I hate everything he fucking stands for. I hate his fucking mindset. I hate his fucking vision. Oh my god. Like, people are like, oh, hate's a strong word, buddy. Like, if you fucking knew this person and you fucking understood their fucking their fucking lunatic ways, yeah, you'd be on the same fucking train with me.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Get all mad all you want. Welcome to the show, bitch. Welcome to the door here on the fucking ass on the way out, bro.
This is probably the most opinionated moment that we've had.
Probably, man, because it's just oh my fuck, like, that dude is just fucking ridiculous.
Oh my fuck,
and like, I'm very opinionated on the fucking drama and shit that's been created out of this recent cover mask situation, but unfortunately, too many fucking people know what I'm talking about with that. The other situation, not too many people. I don't think no. If you know, you fucking know. But like I said, like, with the whole cover mask situation, that itself is a different fucking story. I wish that would just end. I wish it would end as soon as it fucking started. Neither artist deserves to be fucking dragged. Neither artist, deserves to be fucking mocked or like, they both killed it. They both killed the look. I didn't make the fucking mask. I didn't come up with a kick-ass sculpt. You didn't. Exactly. Everybody else that's talking their shit didn't. I can fucking guarantee you that. Half these people that are saying some shit, they don't even fucking make masks. So what do you got to fucking say? Where the fuck are you coming in from? Like,
Excellent point.
I don't get it. Like, yeah, you're a collector, but like you're gonna sit there and be like, oh, well, this one's fucking no. Like, who are you? Who are you?
Yeah.
Where's your sculpts? Oh, I've never fucking heard of you. You're fucking shit heel, bro. That's what you are. Like, I ain't fucking shit. I'm not an artist, but I'm not gonna say I'm fucking well known, but I think I feel like I have more respect from fucking people in the community that have been in that shit for 20 years that have a fucking bad name, than anybody else. And I just fucking I'm over it. I'm just so, and I don't get like, and it's like I said, I don't make masks either, but I'm also not talking shit. I'm not talking shit. And other people that are talking shit, they don't sculpt, they don't do anything. They just sit on fucking Facebook, talk shit about other people's work, have their fucking shitty criticism. Oh, well, he could have done better with this. Yeah. How the fuck would you know? You ever sculpted something? No. Oh, okay. So you saw your buddy doing it a couple fucking weeks ago on YouTube, probably incorrectly. So you got it in your fucking brain that's the right way to do it. No, man. Sorry. Like, I fucking hate people like that. If it makes you mad, if anyone's watching this, it's making you mad, you're probably doing what I'm fucking talking about right now. So it's all right. It's okay. Just I hope one day you amend your fucking ways and you learn from it. I really do. I got faith that you do. I got faith that you got the power to fucking do it, but it's only you that can prevent forest fires in the fucking Myers community.
There you go, dude. We need a shirt that says that now. Only you can prevent forest fires in the Myers community.
Only you can prevent them.
We gotta make a shirt. I'm gonna start making a shirt for that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to write that. That's a good one. Hell yeah.
I like that.
It's so true, man. It's like, it's literally, it all depends. It's all up to the collectors to stop drama. It's literally all up to fucking and artists too that indulge in the drama. It's up to everybody to just be fucking cool. Like, it's not, I can't tell somebody what to do. You can't, Austin can't, other people fucking can't tell people what to do, but we could fucking try, like, at least try a little bit. At least, I'd like to see people get together on a post and be like, oh, Nick's sculpt is great. Nick's sculpt is great. Instead of seeing, oh, well, fucking pockets of comments of mocking and, shit talking and stupid criticism that makes no fucking sense. And coming from people that don't make any fucking sense, that haven't done anything that these people that they're talking shit about have done. One day I would like to see more positivity, but I'm not going to hold my hand on my ass for it. Because it's not going to fucking happen anytime soon with the way the shit's going lately.
Exactly.
So
it's an interesting time, definitely to experience the level of immaturity where one person cannot just appreciate everything that they're given.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's fucking something. It's something for all you newbies out there, man. Put your seatbelt on. That's all I can say, because you're in for one long bumpy ass ride.
Yep.
And if you want to stick around to it, good for you. The others that can't handle it, I'm going to warn you right now. You better get the fuck out while you can, because you get too deep into it, you're going to regret it. You're going to fucking regret it.
I imagine it like going to prison, and once you go there, you kind of have to find your clique, or you're going to fucking die.
Yeah. Don't be a jackass. Don't be fucking, don't be someone's little spy ratting somebody out about something, or just talking shit about one person while not knowing about this shit, or scamming, or being a fucking scammer, or any of that shit. Just be cool as shit. Be cool as shit. Everybody will be cool with you. You'll have a good fucking time. Like I said, if you're just cool with everybody, you interact with them like an adult, like a fucking normal human being, you're gonna have no fucking problems. You're gonna be solid gold. You'll be golden, man. But if you're gonna be a prick, you're gonna be an idiot, you're gonna act like a fucking jackass, and you're gonna sit there and ruin it for everybody else, you're not fucking welcome. You're just not welcome anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
I feel like that's how we should, like, I don't know, man. I feel like that's how people need to be, like, in like a community. Like, someone's fucking up, like, treat them as a fucking pariah, man. Like, you're not one of us. You're not. Like, the way you're fucking talking to people, the way you're interacting with people, the way you're fucking, just your whole vibe, man. You're not with it. You're just not with it.
Exactly.
And people can be like, well, that's kind of elitist to say. It's really not, though. It's a collector. It's somebody coming from a collecting point that's sick of seeing the fucking dumb shit that doesn't need to be here. The drama, the shit talking, the shitty criticism. You know, there's a difference between constructive criticism and negative shitty criticism. You know, constructive criticism, at least there's a positive, you know, fucking message in it. You know, there's a way you could do better. Instead of saying, oh, well, this looks like shit. This is unproportioned. This looks flat. This is, and it's like, I have these people that are saying that they don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
They don't even know what they're talking about. It's like, what the fuck do you know? That's why I don't say shit about anyone's sculpts. It's like I fucking sucked in art class, man. I couldn't draw anything beyond a fucking stick figure. Laugh at me all you want, people. But you know what? Some people just aren't good at fucking some things that others are. Yeah. And I'm not good at sculpting. I couldn't sculpt for shit. If I was to make a mask, I would buy a master mold from somebody and make a mold from that, plastic mold or something, go the easy route and do that. I'm not going to sit down and sculpt because I can't sculpt worth shit.
Right.
And probably neither can most of these people running their mouth. And that's what pisses me off, is just seeing that stupid shit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you on that. 100%. So we've been going for an hour and 55 minutes. This conversation took a turn, definitely, from what we were saying earlier, but it's all true. I know there's different perspectives of the whole shit.
Oh, absolutely.
But I can't. It's hard for me to think that anyone can see it differently. Or they. I mean, I know they do see it differently, but they should see it our way. And I mean, just because, you know, why would you want to stir the shit? Why would you want to create problems for everyone else?
It's just people getting bored. I don't know. And unfortunately, people are fucking psychopaths like that. They get off on other people's reactions. So somebody will see, like, they'll watch how somebody interacts with other people, and they'll just fucking say something, and they'll know they'll strike a nerve with them, and they'll fucking go off, and they get off on that shit. Like, if you notice, like, some people will fucking say something, and then afterwards, like, people will jump on and be like, oh, what the fuck, causing a whole shitstorm, and they don't even respond because they just wanted to spark the fucking fire and watch the shit burn. That's it. Yeah. And it's like, I'm sick of those fucking people too. It's like, take your stupid attitude elsewhere. Yeah. It's not fucking needed. It's so unnecessary. Like, grow the fuck up. Grow up.
Exactly. All right, guys. So we've been going for an hour and 56 minutes. I'm gonna have to put this one to a close. There's a lot of great topics today. Austin gave us a lot of insight on Ghostface, History of Fun World, Ghostface line, talking about cover masks and how we need to just not be so divided, and we should just appreciate this because no one owes us shit. They do this because they want to. I mean, I know that they want to make money, obviously, but
of course,
they don't owe us anything. Especially consider that these artists have several molds. They didn't need to make this one. So I think people should stop stirring the shit, stop making us divided, and just appreciate that people are spending their hard ass time creating something for us.
Fuck yeah.
It's been a good talk.
Oh yeah, man.
When you make a mask, guys, do not make it look like you have cotton candy.
Do your research in your hair. It doesn't have to be the most accurate fucking thing, but don't make it look like I'm going to the store and I just got a 99-cent bag of fucking cotton candy and slapped it on top of my mask that I'm paying you $200 something for in triple digits. I won't be happy. I can promise you other fucking people won't be happy either.
Yeah, that's it. I hope this episode was sort of some sort of helpful insight for you. And like Trevor said, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask us on social media. I think next time, if I can do this, because I'm still kind of newbie, I want to be able to make like little Instagram, Facebook things under our names with like our @,
Yeah.
So
I'm only on Facebook. I don't have Instagram or Snapchat. I'm only on Facebook, so you can find me there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I will try to do that for next time. But yeah, this was a fun episode. Very insightful from Austin. Thank you so much, Austin, for coming onto the show, where we'll see Austin once again this Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for House of 1,000 Corpses on Silence Your Cell Phones.
Hell yeah. That's going to be a great one.
Yes, hell yeah. And until next time, we'll see you guys. Take care.
See you later.